No one is above the law. If any person, regardless of political party, influence, or status, assaults a law enforcement officer, as we witnessed Congressman MacGyver do, you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. No one is above the law, and I'm sure that she would agree that it is in the interest of justice that we should continue looking into the blatant lawbreaking coming from her department.
Hey, it's Jordan. I am in Flint, Michigan, East Palestine, Ohio,
Tumwa, Iowa.
Please support the only independent outlet on the ground covering what the corporate media covers up.
Hey, it's Ashley Bishop with Status Coup. Representative of New Jersey, LaMonica MacGyver, is being formally charged with assault and impeding law enforcement for her role in the high-profile arrest of Newark Mayor Ras Baraka outside of Delaney Hall, the ICE Immigration Detention Center. MacGyver is one of the 4 New Jersey representatives, again including Ras Baraka, who attempted to conduct a congressional oversight visit at Delaney Hall before getting into an altercation with ICE agents. Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, an absolutely deplorable excuse for a human being, Kristi Noem, announced that charges would be filed against MacGyver last night on Twitter. So here is her post from last night. It reads, after a thorough review of the video footage at Delaney Hall and a full investigation from HSI, the U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey has made the determination to charge Congresswoman LaMonica MacGyver for assaulting, resisting, and impeding law enforcement officers. No one is above the law. If any person, regardless of political party, influence, or status, assaults a law enforcement officer, as we witnessed Congressman MacGyver do, you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. We thank our brave ICE law enforcement officers for their service to this great nation. Okay. I genuinely cannot stand her, but I am all for representatives being charged to the fullest extent under the law. I know that they do not think this because most people who pursue office are probably just insufferable egomaniacs, but as our representatives, they have a responsibility to the people to be morally upstanding. So again, I am more than okay with representatives being charged when they have broken a law. So, for example,
working closely with you. I say this with seriousness and respect, but your department is out of control. You are spending like you don't have a budget. You're on the verge of running out of money for the fiscal year. You are illegally refusing to spend funds that have been authorized by this Congress and appropriated by this committee. You are ignoring the immigration laws of this nation, implementing a brand new immigration system that you have invented that has little relation to the statutes that you are required, that you are commanded to follow, as spelled out in your oath of office. You are routinely violating the rights of immigrants who may not be citizens, but whether you like it or not, they have constitutional and statutory rights when they reside in the United States. Your agency acts as if laws don't matter, as if the election gave you some mandate to violate the Constitution and the laws passed by this Congress. It did not give you that mandate. You act as if your disagreement with the law, or even the public's disagreement with the law, is relevant and gives you the ability to create your own law. It does not give you that ability. Let's start with your spending. You are on track to trigger the Anti-Deficiency Act. That means you are going to spend more money than you have been allocated by Congress. This is a rare occurrence, and it is wildly illegal. Your agency will be broke by July, over 2 months before the end of the fiscal year. You may not think that Congress has provided enough money to ICE, but the Constitution and the federal law does not allow you to spend more money than you have been given or to invent money.
Okay, that's enough. That was Senator from Connecticut, Chris Murphy, at the oversight hearing on the Department of Homeland Security. Kristi Noem was right. No one is above the law, and I'm sure that she would agree that it is in the interest of justice that we should continue looking into the blatant lawbreaking coming from her department. And in the case of MacGyver, whether she assaulted ICE agents is kind of immaterial, though I certainly wouldn't say that she did that. When John Farina and I were covering the protest at Delaney Hall last week, we heard several firsthand accounts from witnesses about what actually happened that day. So ICE agents let Baraka behind the gate, told him that he was then trespassing, he left, was swarmed by agents, and then an altercation followed. It is abundantly clear who the aggressor was in this situation. It was not MacGyver. And further to this, these racist morons are making Democrats like MacGyver and Baraka look really good. The optics of this could not be any better for them. Here is MacGyver's statement from yesterday. So this is her statement on the charges being filed against her. Earlier this month, I joined my colleagues to inspect the treatment of ICE detainees at Delaney Hall in my district. We were fulfilling our lawful oversight responsibilities as members of Congress have done many times before, and our visit should have been peaceful and short. Instead, ICE agents created an unnecessary and unsafe confrontation when they chose to arrest Mayor Baraka. These charges against me are purely political. They mischaracterize and distort my actions and are meant to criminalize and deter legislative oversight. This administration will never stop me from working for the people in our district and for standing up for what is right. I am thankful for the outpouring of support I have received, and I look forward to the truth being laid out clearly in court. The administration will never stop me from working for people in our district and standing up for what is right, she said. Again, this is just a winning situation for her no matter how you slice it. Liberals love this kind of stuff, and I hate to stand up for a Democrat, but whether their visit was intended as a highly visible theater or not, it doesn't really matter. They were there doing what you would hope for them to do, conducting some kind of check on this out of control, highly inhumane facility, and drawing so much attention to this is not going to work out for Kristi Noem and Alina Habba the way that they would hope for it to work out, no matter what the outcome actually is. And Habba was already forced to drop the trespassing charges against Baraka because they were nonsense. So this is from Representative Eric Swalwell from California. A red line has been crossed. Trump is prosecuting his political enemies in Congress. This is just the beginning. We must take whatever we've done before to show dissent and go one rung higher. And save your bullshit documents on this, Alina. You'll need them when you testify. Yeah. All of this just looks like a politically motivated setup. It is no coincidence that Baraka has been a vocal opponent of Delaney Hall. If you need a refresher, Delaney Hall is owned by Geo Group, which in February, the Trump administration agreed to a 15-year-long, $1 billion contract with Geo Group to convert Delaney Hall into a 1,000-bed immigration detention center to help meet President Trump's mass deportation goals. Geo Group estimates that this 15-year-long contract will bring them $60 million in revenue each year. Geo Group is also said to potentially be buying a former county jail in Elizabeth, New Jersey, so in the same area as Delaney Hall, to turn into yet another immigration detention center. And if you haven't watched our coverage on that, please do so. These ghouls are making bank on people suffering, and there is more money for them to be made, and it would seem to me that all of this is related. But unfortunately for these morons, no matter what their next move is, they have manufactured a losing situation for themselves. So thank you for watching. Please like, follow, and subscribe to Status Coup, and join us at statuscoup.com/join so we can do the reporting that corporate media covers up. Bye.